Today we are going to talk about Endpoint Change Management. Endpoint Change Management, or ECM, is a new functionality we have in Tanium endpoint configuration. We are trying to help our customers meet their change management requirements with this release of ECF, which includes Endpoint Change Management. ECM provides the ability for our customers to stage deployment of tools to endpoints. You can configure up to 5 rings which allow you to slowly deploy tools out over time. It also provides a few additional capabilities. Tanium will now provide hotfix capabilities for our endpoint tools and client extensions. We can also disqualify tools if we find a problem at a larger scale. The key thing ECM has done is introduce backwards compatibility of endpoint tools. The endpoint tooling on your endpoints will be compatible with modules for up to 60 days. So that means you don't need to quickly roll out a tool to continue your existing functionality. Keep in mind, new features may not work until the new tools are installed, but the previous functionality will continue to work. Let's look at the ECM solution. Once you are logged into your Tanium console, go to Shared Services, then click on Endpoint Configuration. Go to the 3 dots here and click Change Management. Here you will see multiple rings. By default, there are no rings configured. We have configured a few rings to show you how ECM works. We can modify these by editing the ring configuration. Let's add a new ring. We have our initial ring pointed into 1 or 2 machines. QA is going to be a much larger group. Then we move into a group of production workstations. Let's say we want to add in some production servers before we send the tools to everything else. I already have a computer group configured. Take a look at the targeting. We are targeting Windows Server using the Windows OS type sensor. Also, we are using an exclusion custom tag with the custom tag exists sensor. The exclusionary custom tag helps ensure that you can block machines from ending up in an early ring. This gives you the ability to exclude key servers, executive workstations, or any other sensitive endpoint from all but the final ring. Let's call this ring production servers. We'll go ahead and set the auto promotion timing to be 2 days. You can modify the auto promotion timing for each ring. There is a maximum of 30 days per ring, and total time between the first and last ring has a maximum of 60 days. This allows you to get everything updated before the next set of tools is released. Also, please note that all computers will always be targeted in the final ring. This particular toolset has been disqualified by Tanium. You can tell by the yellow warning triangle. If Tanium disqualifies the toolset, it will stop the tools in the current ring that toolset resides. It will be blocked from any sort of promotion. You won't be able to apply disqualified hotfix toolsets. Nor will the toolset be automatically or manually promoted. It will simply freeze in that ring until newer toolset is promoted, or applied to that ring. From here we can either wait until automatic promotion happens, or we can manually promote the 1.112 toolset to ring 4. Once the toolset is applied to ring 4, you can see there is a hotfix that can be applied to rings 3 and 4. The 1.112.3 toolset is a hotfix update. A hotfix toolset can be applied to any existing ring with a matching major-minor version number. The 1.112.3 toolset can be applied to either the production workstations or production servers as they have the 1.112.0 toolset. We also have a new toolset that's sitting in our initial test ring and can be promoted forward from there automatically or manually. By clicking on the arrow beside tool changes, you can see which tools are being updated by a particular toolset. This can help you focus testing for these new tools. At any point, you can pause a promotion. If you need more time for testing, or have found an issue, you are able to pause a toolset which will stop it in that ring. Once a toolset is paused, that version will not automatically promote. It will stay in that ring until either manually promoted, or another toolset overwrites that version on the ring and resets the timer for auto promotion. Priority works similar to other modules and solutions in Tanium. ECF will apply the lowest ring number targeted. If I have an endpoint that is in the initial ring and in production servers, the endpoint will essentially be in initial test machines. There is a Toolset Versions tab where you can see the specific version of the individual tools and client extensions that are part of a toolset version. You can filter for specific tools, or export the list from here. Tanium is anticipating a monthly cadence release of new endpoint tooling with the option for hotfixes between those monthly of releases. Here are some of the sensors and things to consider with the new functionality. Tanium is introducing a new sensor called Endpoint Configuration Change Management Status. This sensor will tell you which ring endpoints are in, as well as the version of the toolset that is being targeted. So, you can quickly ensure endpoints are where they need to be. If you utilize this sensor, along with the Endpoint Configuration Tool Status and the Toolset Versions tab to validate appropriate targeting of tool version. Tanium is working to provide more condensed sensors to assist with this validation in a future release. Something to note is that if you are targeting random sets of machines using the computer ID ends with some period of digits, method, those endpoints can move. Since the computer group ID can change, it's possible for an endpoint to move down in the rings. As I mentioned before, having the exclusionary custom tag is a great idea to help protect some of the more sensitive endpoints. Many of our customers create at least 3 rings. This provides a development test or QA and a production ring set. You should also determine the ideal number of days for testing and quality assurance. Be sure to take weekends into account. If you set all your rings to be 1 day, there is a possibility that endpoints in the last ring may be updated without testing. Your first ring should be a small number of known endpoints. You should know who is testing, and which machines they are to verify functionality. Each subsequent ring should grow in the number of endpoints. Ensure that the mid-ring testing occurs on machines are used regularly to properly replicate full production use where possible. Testing only on endpoints that aren't in use may fail to provide proper quality assurance. Don't forget to add those exclusion tags in just to make sure those key machines are safe. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Any questions, please reach out to us via support@tanium.com.